Hello and welcome to the Piney News for April 2014. And we do once again have a lot of things to talk about, none of them really great. So let me get started. The first thing that I want to talk about, unfortunately, is the Islip Pines project was approved. Now, this was approved by the Islip Town Board despite the vehement opposition of residents. And I'll tell you, it's really sad. You know, it's really sad when you have the government completely not listen to the people, and that's exactly what's happened. Most people who are living in that area, the Holbrook area. Basically, this project is where I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you in a minute. It's at the corner of. It's really hard to call it a corner, but it's at the corner of Veterans Highway and Sunrise Highway. That's New York State Route 454 and Route 27. It's an area of pine barrens, and this project they have the nerve to call Islip Pines. Yeah, they're going to name it after the pines they knocked down. Now, some compromises were made. There's a little more open space than the original plan, but the problem still persists. You're knocking down pine barrens. And the problem is that this area was supposed to be an extension of Sans Souci Park. It was supposed to be part of the Holbrook Greenleaf Trail system. Well, that's not what happened. And instead what happened is the developers came in. The developers have owned this land for a while now, and the town finally caved to them and agreed to this whole Islip Pines project. What is Islip Pines? Well, I'll put the links in here, but it's supposedly a mixed-use development. They call it smart growth, but it's not smart growth when you're destroying the pine barrens. And unlike other smart growth projects, this one is not near any transportation. It's not near any trains. It's just near the highway, and that means more cars on the road. Exactly what we don't need. So mixed use means it's going to be a mix of residences, some offices, and also shopping. What more we need? Now it's actually going to be a big component, more stores, just what the area needs. Now, if you're familiar with this area, there are plenty of stores already there. You got Kmart, you got Target, you got a whole bunch of stuff over there. You don't need any more, but apparently Islip thinks we do need more, and that's why they decided to go forward with this project. However, it is still not completely written in stone. The state has to these final state approval, and Suffolk County they has to do traffic studies, but they're probably going to just yes it along. It's really unfortunate. This is a beautiful area of piney woods, and what really just gets me is that they have the nerve to call it Islip Pines. So I'm going to show you the area next. Alright, so we are looking at the area of the vicinity of the whole Islip Pines project, and I want to just go over, show you what we're about to lose, and then I'm going to show you the plans they have for this. Alright, to your upper left, that's Islip MacArthur Airport. Basically, the vision is just to make this 454 here a whole developed strip here. Alright. This here is the property where they want to build Islip Pines. It's about 136 acres, so it's pretty big. As you can see, it's pretty big. And to the south here is Sans Souci County Park, and actually a wetland over here. Now, you may ask, how are they allowed to build such a large project, which will most definitely run off into this wetland? How are they allowed to do that? The original plan for this site here was supposed to be an extension of the the Holbrook Greenleaf Trail system. That's what it was supposed to be, but that's not what has happened. That is not what Islip wants to do. All right, and it's unfortunate that again more pollution, more deforestation is going to occur. These are pine barrens. All right, and that's why they call it Islip Pines. They named the project after what they destroy, and isn't that sick? So I want to just show you the frontage off the road or the highway and stuff here in Street View, and then we're going to go ahead and show you some other stuff. All right, as you can see, it's pine barrens, and it's a beautiful area, undisturbed wilderness here off to the right, and Sans Souci is over there on the left side. All right, this should have been an extension of Sans Souci. This is what should have happened, but instead, all of this you see here will be gone. This continues here on Long Island at just an astonishing rate. And I just want to show you one of the spot here that's beautiful. I mean, you have nothing but great shapes here. If you look, you'll see all this or most of this will be gone. All right, so this is another big project we stand to lose. It has cleared the Islip Town hurdle. I hope you folks in Islip remember not to re-elect the people that run the town, though it's probably not going to make much of a difference now. It still has to clear the state and the county, but chances are they're going to get their way because that's the way it goes here on Long Island. Though I still urge you to keep fighting, call your elected officials. Now try to the state and county level so we can maybe hope against hope here stop this horrible project from happening. But now I got to show you what they want to do. All right, this is the Islip Pines. See, look, they even have a drawing of a pitch pine. That is such an insult right there. That is such an insult. So let's go to building descriptions. All right, this is what the plan is going to look like here. As you can see, most of it will be developed. They'll leave a few trees here on the periphery, but not a whole lot. This is what they want to do here. This is going to be mostly shops. Here you go, green and open space plan. All right, what green and open space? It's mostly shops. What the hell are they talking about? Oh, they'll put an artificial lake in. We have a natural environment here. Why do you want to destroy that? More shops, more stores for more of the city gets to go to, and workforce housing. Well, I'm all for workforce housing, but I doubt this will be workforce housing. It'll be fancy housing for rich people, because that's what always happens here. All right, and most workforce housing should be located in downtowns and close to mass transit, like a train station. Obviously, that's not happening, and we all know there are plenty of areas in Islip that are dilapidated, like Brentwood, and Central Islip. Yet nothing's done about that. Classic example right here of the destruction that's about to take place. Unless hope against hope, we stop it somehow. All right, so as you see, we're about to lose another area of wilderness here on Long Island, and it is a shame that is happening, but it's unfortunate. And at the end of this Piney news, I'm gonna read a comment that somebody actually commented. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately sad but true. But I'm gonna read that at the end. The next thing, Riverhead Costco. Now Riverhead claims they've issued a stop mining order on dirt removal order. Basically, what's been going on at the Riverhead Costco site is, what they did over there. They leveled a whole bunch of woods. This is just a little bit down the road from Tanger. They literally just clear-cut the whole thing. Riverhead gave the approval. Well, now Riverhead is saying, well, we didn't give you approval to mine sand, and that's what this has become. Folks, they're taking sand out of this area, and they clear-cut the whole area because they're mining sand out of it. And then they were selling the sand at a profit for themselves. They didn't have a permit to do that. This is classic greedy development, and Riverhead acts like, well, we have a problem with it now. It's too late now. You ever hear the saying, you're closing the barn door, but the horses have already escaped? The problem is already done. You already screwed it up. Those woods are gone. They're not coming back. And now it's a sand mine. It's nothing but dirt, as you see in this picture here. Nothing but dirt here. It's horrible. It's horrible. And that's what it's become. Meanwhile, they were supposed to build this Costco. Well, there was supposed to be a whole shopping center. What probably going to happen is they're just going to build the Costco, and the rest is just going to be dirt. And you're going to be looking at that ugly scene. The dirt is blowing. The sand is blowing onto the roadway. It's horrible over there. That is not a place for a sand mine. They didn't have permission to do that. They cleared the woods anyway. Riverhead fails once again. And here's another area in Riverhead Town that I have to talk about: the Wading River, Route 25A and Sound Avenue. This area of woods has also been knocked down to build another shopping center, despite the opposition of people in the community. Another shopping center. Now, Wading River used to be nice, quaint, peaceful, but it's getting built up because the town of Riverhead believes that no tree should be left standing. Now let's just take a brief look at Wading River and see how it's changed. All right, this whole area here is 25A in Wading River, and they basically, what they've done is they have cleared the trees from this area right here, this piece of property right here next to this. All right, not a large area, but they're putting a shopping center here. All right, another shopping center on this road, and there are two other shopping centers this way. Oh, and this is all new over here, all this development. This wasn't even here a couple of years ago. All right, And this whole 25A corridor is always, actually, you might even be able to see all the traffic even over here. There's a lot of traffic. You can see, actually, you can see it's backed up. It's always backed up over here at this spot. So this will bring even more traffic into an area that doesn't need any more. These roads are designed for rural use only. And you can bet that more developments will be planned over here and over here and over here, because that's what Riverhead does. That's all they want to do is build, build, build. But I can't feel too sorry for you all in Riverhead, because you did re-elect that moron, Sean Walter. That's Sean Walter's motto, and that you could just knock down all the trees and build more and build more. Now it's going to be a huge traffic jam over there. And just what we need, more city people coming into the area with their freaking attitude, their fancy cars, because they love those stores. They can't get enough shopping, and that's what Riverhead wants to do. They want to bring their economy is based on bringing all these city people in the Riverhead, having them spend money and shop. That's what they want their economy to be based on. And meanwhile, it's ruined the character of Riverhead. Riverhead is ruined. It's no longer a rural. It's like Nassau County, complete with not only traffic jams and full of citiots, as I like to call them. You also have the downtown, which has become a ghetto, a very dangerous place full of illegals and gangs and all that other stuff. So it's really become a very urbanized area, unfortunately. Riverhead is no longer the peaceful place it once was years ago. And you can thank Sean Walter and his predecessors for that as well. And the other thing I want to talk about, unfortunately, more bad news. Suffolk County Community College, and I read this in the Compass News, which is this thing right here. All right, you're not really seeing much press about it, but the land-thirsty campus seeks expansion. And if you can see here, and actually I'm going to get into this a little more. I'll show you on Google Earth in a minute. This, if you can see that, I don't know if you can, but there's an area of woods next to the campus that I thought was parkland. Well, apparently they want the county to turn that over for the expansion of the college. Okay, I will show you. I have to do it this way because the Compass does not have an online edition, believe it or not. How retarded is that? So here you go. This is the area they want to knock down right here, and I'm going to show you next in Google Earth a little more in detail. But this is the existing campus. They want to expand this 61 acres or 62 acres or something like that, knock down most of these woods here and expand the campus. Unbelievable. Next, I'll show you what we stand to lose here. So this is an overview of the Selden area, and over here we're zooming into Suffolk Community College, Suffolk County Community College. This is the campus, the Ammerman campus over here. And so they feel that the campus is growing, that they need to expand the campus because it's becoming more popular. It is one of the smaller Suffolk County Community College campuses. However, why should we do so at the expense of woods, especially if we go down here? I want to show you there's an abandoned county building over here. Why not expand the college over here? Why do we have to knock down woods? I'll show you it's abandoned if I can. Let's see if I can show you on the street view. There is no street view available for here, and I don't think you're going to be able to see the building very well due to the trees. But you can see it's abandoned, and actually in this street view there isn't graffiti on it, but trust me, there is now. Alright, it's abandoned or close to abandoned, and they could easily expand the campus this way. But no, they don't want to do it like that. They want to knock down these woods over here, which is a pretty sizable area of woods, about maybe 65 acres or so. And they want to knock all this down, and let's take a look at the street view and see what we stand to lose over here. You can see, alright, mostly oaks here, but there are pines in here. This is a forest, pine barrens, mixed oaks and pines. This is the off the College Road view here. See, it's pretty nice. They actually have some trails back here. I hadn't walked back here, but now I guess I'm going to have to take a walk for you because we stand to lose this. Alright, and I'll just show you one other area here that we have. One of those, you can see actually there's some trails in here. It is a shame that they plan on knocking this down. Here, one more area. Now, this is what the college wants. This hasn't been approved yet. This is just a suggestion right now that the county hand over this land. So you call your elected officials in Suffolk County and tell them you don't want any part of this, all right? This is a nice little park for the community that is a mixed oak and pine forest, and there are some piney areas. There's also some hills in here, too, which you can't see on the Google Earth. But as you can see, there are plenty of nice trails to go on and take a walk on. And this is a good place to teach the students about the environment. But we all know how Suffolk County, unlike other places in New Jersey where there are programs on the Pine Barrens, I don't think Suffolk County even offers that for its students. That's hardly a surprise, of course. I mean, more woods. Let's knock down more woods. It's like 4 different projects going on here. Haven't we learned anything? Apparently, we have not learned anything about the environment here on Long Island. We have not learned anything about it. We keep just bulldozing the woods like nothing's ever going on, just full steam ahead with the development. It just doesn't stop. It's a shame we can't be more like New Jersey. It really is. As far as what I think of this project, you know what I think about it. In the trash. All right, that's what I think. That's where I think that project belongs. Save the woods, Anyway, next I'm going to read a comment. I got to go in front of the computer, but I'm going to read a comment somebody wrote on one of my videos about the whole thing with the development, actually. So let me read that to you now. All right, so this is the comment that this person left. And unfortunately, he says the truth, because it does feel like no one really cares. It is unfortunate that we can't be like New Jersey. New Jersey has a lot of people that care about their Pine Barrens, but here we really don't have anyone, maybe except me. Very few people really do want to get involved in saving the Pine Barrens, and even less care about an ice bus. I'm not even going to talk about that in this video. Long Islanders, unfortunately, are a very self-centered, selfish bunch of people. Had to be said. But anyway, this is why I want to read this comment here. He said, only 100, he was a comment on my destruction of the Long Island Pine Barrens continues full steam ahead video, and I want to read it because he really hit the nail on the head with this comment. Only 150 views so far, haha. No one gives crap about your video or your cause, and that's truly a shame. Preservation of these lands is one of the things I feel most passionately about, and yet I can't even get friends or family to care about it. With all that we know of environmental destruction, we still proceed on Long Island with every development proposed. The elected leaders simply don't care, and no one cares really about the residents either. Close to 100% of new developments ignore the needs and concerns of close to 100% of the residents here. Is that effective policy? You're too late, pal, and so am I, and so are all of us. Nassau County will stretch from the Queens border all the way to Montauk, and it will be complete in a couple of decades at the latest. Well, my friend, I hate to say it, you're right, but I'm going to keep trying anyway, as long as I'm here, but I know someday I will be leaving Long Island, probably moving down to southern New Jersey, where I know they care about their Pine Barrens. Anyway, for now, I'm still going to keep fighting, and I want to thank you for watching this Piney News. Take it easy.